This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, on Bruce Bochy's birthday, Patrick Corbin comes through and gives the team a lift and a gift as the Rangers make it 2 in a row over the Angels, the mighty Angels who came into the series swinging the bats with something like 28 home runs in their last 10 games. They have scored 1 run over the first 2, and the Rangers get the win tonight again, 3-1 in game number 2. They win the series and will go for the sweep tomorrow night. And here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Happy to be with you. Thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you will find the great work every day. Bryce Patrick, and Bryce had a great breakdown of Tyler Mally's performance, and just what a great job, what a dominant performance last night was for Tyler Mally. And who would have thought coming in that Patrick Corbin, who had no spring training, right? Really had the 1 start in Chicago and did not look good, is a veteran, was not really thought highly of when he was signed very late in spring training after the injury to Gray. And man, he came in, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, the first month and a half or so of the season, pitchers that can really pitch, not throw, but I mean really pitch and spin the baseball and change speeds and mix in different pitches and really pitch, they can be very, very effective, especially early in the season and especially against younger hitting teams. And boy, I mean, the first time through the order tonight, Patrick Corbin was lights out. 6 strikeouts early. I mean, he was mixing and throwing his slider and the splitter. And I mean, he was the cutter. I mean, he was great. Just mixing up speeds, and did a really, really good job with everything. And tell you what, even though in the end he only ended up going 5 1/3, again, took the pressure off the offense and really gave the Ranger bats some time. And even though the Rangers scored only 3 runs, they did have 11 hits tonight, and that to me, that is a step forward. That is a step in the right direction for sure, and we'll get into that as well. But bottom line is, you add to that, great work tonight by the Ranger bullpen, another big question mark coming into the season, and the Rangers will take the win 3-1 with a chance to go for the sweep tomorrow. All right, so what are we going to get into for the remainder of this show? We want to hear from you via the comment crew. We already have a whole bunch of people chiming in, so please jump in, share your thoughts on the game, the win, and anything else.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, we already touched on Patrick Corbin and his performance, but again, can't say enough. And the other point I'll make also is, 2 points. All right. Number one, I've said this before. When you get a good group and a good starting rotation where you have guys with good stuff, good competitiveness, good minds. I mean, that know how to pitch, know what they're doing, that are masters at their craft. When you get a group like that, I mean, that in and of itself is special, right? But then when you get guys that are throwing well, they're not injured, they're competitive, and they're getting better each start, that becomes competitive, man. And I'll tell you what, I mean, pitchers are usually they're different anyway, but I mean they can get really, really competitive. I mean they can, whether it's playing cards, golf. I mean they can really get into it. So number one, but number two, for Patrick Corbin to follow up what was just truly a dominant start last night by Tyler Mahle, that's not easy to do. I mean, you get a pitcher that was dealing like Mahle was last night. Usually, a team that gets shut out and takes a beat down like that, they're champing at the bit to come back and get their licks the next night. And on paper, you're thinking, okay, here goes Patrick Corbin, who did not look great at Wrigley. The Angels came into the series really hot. They're probably going to get some hits and get some runs. And it was just the opposite. I mean, Corbin was great. I mean, he really, really pitched well. Now, I don't know. I mean, he was throwing strikes early, and I don't know how long he'll be able to keep that going. I hope he will, as long as he is in the rotation, and we'll see what his role is after that. But hey, just a great pick me up for the team. And you know what? This rotation is just very quietly doing their thing. We're going to see Kumar tomorrow, DeGrom Friday, Nate over the weekend, hopefully Jack Leiter next week. And, the bullpen is kind of falling in line. And then, eventually the offense is going to get going. And you're starting to see some of that thawing out. And we'll get into that in just a bit. But also just, kind of going over the numbers. Corbin, 5 1/3, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He struck out Ward and Trout in the first. In the bottom of the first, I didn't like to see the 3 double plays tonight for the Ranger offense. That was bad. You hate to see that. But how about in the second, Jonah Heim picking off d'Arnaud? I mean, this after talking about guys being competitive, and I made the comment last night. I mean, how often do you see the 2 catchers on a team hit back-to-back doubles? But after Higashioka had 2 straight games with a caught stealing, how about Jonah Heim coming through in the second to get d'Arnaud? That was good. I love that. That was very good. And then that brings us to what was really the turning point, other than Corbin's start.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, it was obviously in the bottom of the second when you had the 1-out ground rule double by Dustin Harris. How about, the rookie Dustin Harris coming through? Jake Berger out last night because he was sick, hits an RBI single. And then he had the walks for Jonah Heim and Marcus Semien, and then Corey Seager, the big 2-run single. And that was it. 3-0 Rangers. That was it. That's all they needed. The Angels did get that run in the top of the 6th, but I thought Sean Armstrong came in, did a really good job there to get out of that inning with 2 outs. Armstrong, I thought, pitched really, really well tonight, as did Jacob Webb. And Luke Jackson, again, worked the 9th, the 1-2-3 9th for his save. He looked great. He's getting better and better as well. And then my only other highlight, that I thought there was some nice defense. Josh Young with the Soler double play. I thought that was really good. And Corey Seager, I mean, just missed a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 6th off of former Ranger Brock Burke. I mean, just missed. I mean, he knew it too. You could see it. The reason why he was smiling there. And again, even Adolis had a double and a stolen base. And again, 11 hits for the Rangers tonight. I'm trying to see who didn't get one for the Rangers tonight. Well, Jock Peterson went 0 for 3. Thought his first at bat was the best, but then he was pulled when the Angels brought in Burke for Pilar. Young didn't have a hit, ironically, and Jonah Heim did not have a hit, but everybody else did. So there you go. All right, our first and only timeout. When we come back, we are going to hear from you via the comment crew the rest of the way. So get in your thoughts, get in your comments. The Rangers make it 2 in a row, 8 straight wins at home. I mean, home, say what you want about the offense, this or that. You want to be dominant at home. You want to win at home. And the Rangers have now won 8 straight games. And here we are only in the middle of April. That's a pretty good way to start things off with an 8-game home winning streak. This is the Rangers POSTCAST. All right, want to talk to you about what we're talking about with PrizePicks. And as you know, basketball and hockey playoffs are heating up, and there is no better way to turn your sports knowledge into real rewards than with PrizePicks, the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy. Now, with PrizePicks, you simply pick more or less on at least 2 player projections, and you're in. You can even combine players across sports. Like you can pick a basketball player, a hockey player, baseball player, and more for your chance to win up to 2,000 times your cash. So say you want to pick Anthony Davis tonight, and maybe, if the Mavs win tonight, 80 on Friday night, and maybe Corey Seager on Friday night as well. You can do that. Download the app today and use code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 off, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And again, PrizePicks even runs promos like Taco Tuesday, where they discount player projections up to 25% off for even more value, and payouts are fast, safe, and secure. PrizePicks, run your game. And speaking of game, how about GameTime? There is nothing better than catching an MLB game live. I had a chance to go to Globe Life last homestand. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the smell of the ballpark food. And if you're looking to go last minute, GameTime makes getting tickets easier than ever. Now, with last minute deals, all-in pricing, and a lowest price guarantee, GameTime takes the stress out of buying MLB tickets. Plus, ticket prices drop as the game gets closer, meaning you can score an incredible deal. GameTime is the official ticketing partner of Locked On, and with big games coming up this weekend against the Dodgers, they can help you grab tickets that will meet your needs. Now, again, I mentioned I got last minute tickets last weekend. GameTime had unbeatable prices, and that meant more money for food and merch. I'll show you the merch right now. See? Right there. Got a little, my wife and I split a sundae. See? That's real deal right there. And you can see your seat before you buy, and you can preview your exact seat before purchasing. No bad surprises when you get to the stadium. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download GameTime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Okay, welcome back to the Rangers postcast. Rangers win again over the Angels, 4-0 last night, 3-1 tonight. We got a lot of people sounding off via the comment crew. Thank you guys. That's what we're here for. This show is for you. We are live. We want you to be a part of the show. Good to see Noah Day back in. He says, I know we only scored 3 runs, but 11 hits is solid for this offense. Hopefully, we can hit in guys on base tomorrow. The offense hopefully about to break out. Yep, absolutely. Well said, Noah. John Crabtree says, hoping Simeon and Peterson will get going soon. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Simeon's hitting the ball well. It's just I don't believe in luck, but I do believe that you keep working through, and eventually good things will happen. And I think he's right there. And as I said, I thought Peterson was better. I mean, clearly, look, he knows more than we do what's going on, and I know he's working on it. And he'll turn it around for sure. Like I said, maybe going up against the Dodgers this weekend will really get him going. Jackson on the finish, yeah, that's Rockland Revolution. Yeah, a lot of people had legitimate concerns and question marks about this bullpen, as did I, and I think they're valid, and I think they're still valid. But I mean, so far so good. And I said before, man, with baseball and really, all sports today, it's all about right here and now, the season. And I know that sounds kind of corny and cliche, but you know what? What happened before, none of that matters. It's what this team does right now that counts. And this bullpen, say what you want, they're finding their way, they're finding their roles, they're finding their rhythm, they're getting, and so, hey, one game at a time, confidence, and just keep it going. My man Paul Wilson says, pleasant surprise for Corbin. Jock shows some signs of life, and Jake comes alive. Great game. Yeah, absolutely. Jake Berger, again, good to see him, man. They need to get him going. He knows that. They're going to keep doing that. So hopefully that will be the case with all these guys. And Keith says Langford will be back this weekend against the Dodgers. Yep, looking forward to that as well. Keith also talking about Corbin with the Nationals. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see what else. Who else has gotten here? Hang with me. Rockland Revolution had a couple more. Asking about Evan Carter. No, nothing new on my front with Evan, but I guarantee you Bryce will have the very latest on that. Grant says, hey, let's just move on from Jock now. We have too many guys. Paul says, Bryce and I make a great team. Thank you for that, Paul. Appreciate it. I love Bryce, man. He, like I said, every time I watch him, I learn something new every day. And, man, he loves this team, loves this show. I mean, he's put his heart and soul in, building this Rangers channel up, and, all the props go to him. Chase says, hello, win column. And as Cy finally fixed Texas pitching, I hope so. And like I said, though, I can't say enough for Corbin to, to follow up the way that he did Emali, and just to see these guys going. I am genuinely really, really hoping to see Kumar Rocker take them out tomorrow night and just be dominant. Like not even about. I mean, obviously I want him to win, but I'm not even saying give me another shutout. I just want him to be in command and comfortable and in control with his stuff. I want him to have that develop that persona on the mound where, you know, he's the guy that you don't want to face. I want to see Kumar become that pitcher. So, and Real Bill says, welcome to Rangers Play a Game podcast. Yeah. I got that. That was good. I got that. That was a good joke. Good inside joke for those of you that watch every night. You got that one. Hopefully it made you laugh as well. All right. Hey, I could look, just so you know, in my radio career, which I still have, but not doing post-game shows on radios, I would go, when I would do a post-game show, I would go 90 minutes would be kind of a short night. So this is hard for me. I could keep talking and keep interacting with you, but they want us to keep these around 20 minutes for the post-game cast. So with that said, we're going to leave it here for tonight, but we'll do it again tomorrow night after the finale. And of course, we got a huge weekend series coming up. Really looking forward to that. Hope you are as well. But listen, thank you for jumping in and being a part of the show. Grant, thank you for what you said. Chase, thank you guys. We'll do it again tomorrow. Bryce will be back tomorrow with his show, and we'll do it again tomorrow night after the finale with the Angels, where hopefully the Rangers will lower the broom. All right, 3-1, the final tonight. The Rangers win the series. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow night. This has been the Rangers Postcast.